Hey y'all, good morning. It's your girl SeekretD coming to you with the strawberry letter response. The title was something like I met my fake sister-in-law, something like that, right? So the letter is written by this woman. She said she met her husband online. They didn't really date for that long. They knew each other for a short time before they got married. So she tells her husband that his mother acts kind of weird towards her, and she's a little bit nervous about that relationship. And her husband says, oh, don't worry, that's just how she is, she'll warm up to you eventually. So a few weeks after she got married, she invited her husband's mom out to lunch. She said yes, and she said, can I bring my play daughter? And she's like, okay. She's like, anybody close to her husband, she's happy to meet. And she's happy to learn a little bit more about her husband through this family member. So she was like, yeah, great. So she said she was excited to meet up with her mother-in-law and her fake sister-in-law. And she said that her excitement faded very quickly, and this meeting, instead of helping her marriage, kind of put her into a downward spiral. So here's why. So this fake sister seems like she knew more about the husband than the mother did, and knew more about the husband than the wife did. And she said they stayed up nights crying over failed relationships. And the wife said she had never seen her husband cry. She said that he almost died from like a liposuction procedure, and his mom didn't even know he had liposuction. His mom thought he lost the weight naturally. And what else? She said, they were so cool and all this, but they never had an intimate relationship. They've always been best friends since they were younger, but never intimately, right? So then the wife asked her, like, okay, so if you're so close, how come you didn't come to the wedding? And she said she wasn't invited. But then his mom says, oh, well, I invited her and she didn't want to come. So then she said that, oh, well, she didn't come because she felt like he started acting shady once he met her, and so she didn't come to the wedding. So now the wife is questioning if she needs to ask more questions about this woman, if she needs to ask this woman some more questions, because she got like not a good feeling about her, especially with everything she said and how well she supposedly knows her husband and all the things they have experienced. And she wants to know if she should hold her head up high as the wife, or she should ask this lady more questions. That was it, right? So basically, I think the mom did this on purpose. So the mom does not like her. I'm assuming she feels like she doesn't know her son well enough, and she felt like, maybe he married her too quickly. I feel like it's some of that or all of that, because of the way she was saying that the mom is not treating her correctly, or she doesn't think she likes her. She's correct, she don't like you, because the fact of the matter is, if you invite her out to lunch, to get to know her better, to kind of vibe with her, and she says, oh, can I bring my play daughter? If that's like her initial response, then obviously her job or her purpose with this lunch was to basically add a little static to your relationship. I don't know if she's trying to make you leave her son. I don't know if she's trying to break up the marriage or whatever, but she obviously was trying to sow some seeds of doubt, or she's trying to show you that you don't know your husband as well as you think you do, or something, or all of it. Either way, the mom is full of shit, right? So the mom did this on purpose. Secondly, it doesn't seem like he had a sexual relationship with this woman, not from what she's saying and what the mom's saying, because I feel like if the fake daughter would have had a sexual relationship with the son, I feel like she would have been very happy to throw that in your face. Could just be me, but it seems like she was there, because why would she be there? I feel like she was there to basically say, yes, I know your husband better than you. That was it. and the mom brought her so she could say, see, you don't know him type shit. So I feel like the whole purpose of the both of them was basically to make you feel some type of way about your marriage, which honestly you rushed into it, so you can't blame anybody but yourself for not knowing your husband as well as you should. Simple things like, you know, you didn't know he had liposuction. His mother didn't either, so maybe that's something that he's not so proud of. I don't know that he should be ashamed, but it seems like it's something that he's not like forthcoming with because he feels like it's not that serious, possibly, whatever. You know, the whole staying up crying or whatever. You have a best friend, that's what you do, that's fine. So I really feel like he never looked at her like that. That's what it seems like. It seems like she was basically the homie or whatever, and maybe she has feelings for him. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting that the fake sister-in-law, the fake daughter, probably has feelings for your husband, and he maybe never checked for her in that way, and she feels some kind of way about it. So I also feel like the only reason that he would be acting shady towards her would be that he knows how she feels about him, and he possibly could have been leading her on or whatever, or he probably wanted to create some space between them because he knew he was getting serious about you, and so he kind of stopped checking for her so much. He probably stopped the late night phone calls, because I'm sure those existed, because it's like once you get into a relationship you have to set boundaries. So I don't think he started acting shady. I think he started setting boundaries for you two. So I think that it was a setup. I feel like the whole purpose of this meeting was to make you feel a little bit insecure about your marriage, which it did. So honestly, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. When you came into the picture, he created a little bit space, and she said that's shady. That's not shady.